I want to make it worth your while to watch at the same time, but I want to get up on my soapbox and encourage you to do something kind of underhanded. Hey everybody, 4 and 6 Psych back, and probably going to be a kind of a quick, fairly short episode. It's first thing in the morning after the last episode, and I think I figured out what it is that's throwing me off. And just so that you know, I took off the porch that was on this side and managed to get some spikes out, and I just built the ramp here. Get rid of this. I think I know what the problem is. The thing that's throwing me off. I think that the cabin is turned 180 degrees and on the wrong side of the road. I think that last time the cabin was over there and the door that I go in and out of was facing that way instead of that way. I'm not positive, but I think that that's it. Anyway, I don't know. I kind of wanted to do this episode. I want to make it worth your while to watch at the same time, but I want to get up on my soapbox and encourage you to do something kind of underhanded. I've only got 35 subscribers, and I don't know how many of you guys actually watch on a regular basis, but in April, YouTube announced that they were not going to let people monetize if they had less than 10,000 lifetime views. Now, I've been doing videos for over a year and gaining subscribers a little at a time as we go. And now, with 35 subscribers, I have 4,500 and some lifetime views. So I have less than half the views necessary to monetize. Now, you know, for me, that's not a big deal. Okay? I have... I think I have maybe a quarter, literally a full 25 cents that I have earned. And the way that YouTube does it, I can't even get that money until I've earned $100. They won't send a check before that. But I've only earned a quarter in a year. And you may have a case where you've got some people that, you know, have really decent videos about very important stuff. And it might, you know, I'm not talking games. It might be something technically related. It might have something to do with, I don't know, medicine or psychology, for instance. You know, there could be something out there where it's valid and important, and a person decides to try and fill a niche and maybe get out there in the real world and do something new and interesting. And so they start a channel, and then lo and behold, you know, even though they're getting a bunch of views, it takes them a long time to get their subscriber base up, and they're not making any money because of that. They're not going to make money off of those videos and even after, from the way that it sounds right now, they won't even get paid for the views after they've reached their 10,000 lifetime views. And yet this whole time, YouTube will be making money off of them. I think that it's only fair that YouTube spread the profits. You know, even if it's just, I don't know, a penny a video or whatever, you know. if they're making profit off of somebody, I think it's an unfair thing to not compensate them in some manner for the profit you're getting from them. And like I said, I really could care less. Hey, we got a wrench. I could really care less about what that compensation is. You know, for me, I don't know, give them a free YouTube Red subscription or something. Good Lord. Is that a horde headed towards us? Kind of looks like it. But I don't know. I think that it's unsavory. It's an unfair advantage. It's an unfair way to treat their subscribers, basically. And so I would encourage you to, you know, whether it's me or somebody else, find a channel that has less than 10,000 lifetime views, somebody who's starting out and trying to get up and running. Encourage other people to subscribe to them, and then when you're going to bed at night or whatever, just go out to their channel and click on one of their playlists and set it to autoplay, and just let it play while you're in bed and not using your computer anyway. You know, help them to get the views that they need to try and be a real life, honest to God YouTuber and try and earn a buck. You know, a lot of these guys don't make enough at YouTubing to quit working a day job, but a lot of them make enough money that it helps them to buy the equipment needed to produce good videos that you're watching, you're out there enjoying. So you know, I'm just saying, if you get the chance and you can think of it, do a better job than I'm doing of aiming, and click on one of their playlists and let it play overnight. Help them get to that 10,000 lifetime views, and see what you can do to help them get their channel up and running in a way that YouTube, you know, can't just screw with them like this, because it's really not fair. Wow. Sucking with the bow today, I guess. So anyway, now that I'm off my soapbox, let's go whack a farmer. Farmer Pete, come here, buddy. I thought there should be some kind of building over here, so let's go take a look. I kind of wanted to check out some of these buildings and cabins that were right here, and use that as a pretense to get you to watch the video while I ranted for a minute. And hopefully it didn't suck too bad to listen to me, but it's something that I felt kind of strongly about. And you know, I know how it feels to have a new YouTube channel and just be starting out and thinking, hey, there's a chance I could do something with this, make something of this. And you know, not everybody's gonna become Markiplier, but yeah, Mikey Chen and Markiplier and some of those guys are making bank, you know, and YouTube is making it in such a way that, I don't know, it's just not going to happen. You won't be able to do that anymore. So I'm thinking, we've kind of seen this town, and we don't know what it looks like now, but we knew what it looked like before. So I'm kind of thinking it probably hasn't changed too much. But one thing that we did find was a new town up over the top of this hill. So I'm thinking, let's go check out this new town and see what we can see there. A roll of ones. Hello. Wow. Oh, that's already known. Oh. Alright, no problem. So I guess one thing we're gonna have to do is take a look at these towns and see if we can come up with our base build. We're gonna do the same base build. I don't think you got to see much or any of it before I had to give it up, but we're gonna do the same thing, and hopefully hopefully you guys will find it interesting. I was actually sitting and drawing it out and kind of getting another idea for it, and kind of thought of a way to amp it up even a little bit. So it's not even going to be the same exact base that it was before. It may be something different. Darn it. What is it with the snakes in this frickin' map now? And where's this guy's hitbox? Anyway, one of the things I was just saying was we are going to have to decide where it is that we're going to put our base. And it seems we now have 4 cities to choose from. There's that one, that one, the city that we ran into on day 2 coming back from our initial trip to the trader, which is over that direction. And then there's another city over there. I think I told you guys about it, but did not show it to you, maybe? Hey, don't be frickin' sneaking up on me like that. Not cool, Bubba. Did you see me jump? I looked up and there he was moving right at me. It scared the daylights out of me. Anyway, let's get up to the top of the hill here, and I'll show you this other city, and then, well, it's only 14 minutes. I don't. I almost think right out there in the middle would be a good spot. Yeah, I'm probably running all over a bunch of bird's nests. I can hear them. So in this city, we've got a couple of big buildings. Same with that city over there, and you can just see that one right out there as well. I don't know, that one doesn't look too grandiose as these, but it would be more central than the one that's over there. Sounds like somebody's choking a chicken. Well, I guess let's take a look over there. I heard a vulture somewhere, but I don't see where they're at. Alright, let's keep on trucking. Frick! These snakes are starting to piss me off. Yeah, no, I got quiet on you again. It's because I wasn't ranting about something. Well, see if he's gonna come at us. Come at us, bro. So, I don't know, to me that looks like a fairly decent sized town. So I think quite possibly yeah, I think right in between those three would probably be a decent spot. So with that in mind, my new goal for the morning is to get over to whatever road is running to this city. Hopefully it runs to this one from the other one. Yeah, looks like it. Alright. So now we're going to run towards the other city so that we'll be able to map out a spot that's central to make our permanent base. And then from there, I'll head home. "25 feathers in a nest." Wow, that was a good score. Long ways out from our current base. Good to go for a second here. Mark that outcropping. We can come back to it later on when we have a big bad pickaxe. Alright. Kind of skirting the edge here. And it looks good coming from this way. There appears to be a road or an easy path to get up to that hilltop trader, but I'm not so convinced, because I think that that path is going to be right through. Nice. I think that path is going to be right through the wasteland biome. And wasteland biome means dogs, and I'm not having it. So I guess from here I'm gonna head back. What time is it? 9:33 in the AM, and we have 26 minutes on the clock. So I'm gonna head back, and I think what I might do is I might just do a time lapse. I don't know. I'll check it out once I get back. I'm just going to keep recording, but I'll do a time lapse and show whatever happens on the way back to the base from here. So that means that right now we need to say the 4 or 5 things that we always say. Thanks, folks, for coming out and watching the video, listening to me rant. If you get the chance, play a playlist for somebody every day. Do it overnight when you're not using your computer. Hopefully it's mine. If it's not, do somebody else's. That's fine too. Just help somebody get a foothold and get their foot in the door with YouTube. That's not part of the 4 or 5 things, by the way. But they are, aside from thanks for coming out and watching the videos. Hey, if you like what you're seeing, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and more or less probably even click that little bell doohickey, and you'll get notifications when I put up new videos just like this one. If you have comments, questions, suggestions, opinions, maybe you don't like my idea, maybe you think it's underhanded, tell me about it in the comments below. And last but not least, if you have friends, invite them to come on over, check out the channel, and let us know what they think as well. And until we see you in episode number, well, I don't know, what is this one? 8? Maybe? I don't know, we're trucking right along. Well, I don't know. Until we see you in the next episode, which will be the afternoon of this video, thanks, folks, for coming out and watching the show. Listen to me rant. See you next time. 4 and 6 Psych.